Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourself and having a positive start to your week. Very quiet in Raidshadowlegends right now, and to be honest, I'm kind of enjoying the peace and quiet. I guess I'm getting ready to go away on holiday next week, right? So trying to get some videos ready and stuff like that, coming up with ideas for some good content for you guys over next week's videos. I won't be away from like Monday to Thursday or something like that. But we are looking to get some time away from real life. I think it's well needed. So we're back on my account today, and I wanted to kind of do an interesting video for today's topic and kind of do a champion showcase. Now, there was a champion who was recently buffed, and the only champion that was recently buffed, or should we say, unnerved, should we say. And obviously, you guys probably know who I'm talking about now. We're talking about Coronar. Now, I apologize if I pronounce his name wrong in today's video. My dyslexia is my dyslexia. There's not much I can really do about that. However, we'll be looking at him for today's video and yeah, kind of seeing what's what. So we're going to test him. I built him in a fairly solid build, and I'm not really going to be building him as a nuker. I was going to be building him as an annoying champion. But there was recently a few things changed. I think the A1 was changed, the A2 was changed as well, and then the A3. He has a very interesting kit, and as a champion on his own, for like Hydra is pretty solid for like lower tier accounts and mid game accounts. But I think once you get to like end game accounts, he kind of still drops off a lot. I still don't like him for faction wars at the moment because there's not like enough healing, etc. And I do think that could have been a bit more added. Obviously, there's a resistance aura added, which is pretty solid as well. But I think they could have done a bit more. If Maella was if she was Skinwalker, honestly, there would be a great duo for the Faction Wars because, like, against the boss, the purple boss on Faction Wars on 21, the synergy would have been great because the healing really is solid, and Koronog would have been amazing on the waves, and then both of them would have been fantastic against the boss overall because the boss is always swapping and changing, taking your health, etc., and the healing could have been really great, but that's not the case. So today we're going to take them into arena. We're going to be looking at like a classic gold 5 type of style of team. They're not going to be no in-game combination like myself for my account or anything like that. I don't really see them being playing in the high end of Siege, potentially lower end of Siege as like Skinwalker duo. But I think once you got Marius, he'll shred them apart very quickly. Well, shred Coronog apart very quickly. So it could be an interesting one. I kind of see that. But I think if you're just trying to build like a fun team, or if you're like mid game or early game or even late game, I think they could be a good team as like a go second team for like gold 5 and 3 versus 3 and lower tiers or like silver, maybe lower tier in gold as well. If you're like on the low spend side and situations, and if you have got the duo or even have Coronog as an option because he is an annoying champion. He was one of the champions that were feared a lot back in the day. So let's go ahead. I've already built him out. I should be able to end of this today's video. We will be using them a lot with with Maella to kind of see the synergy with them as well. And it will be kind of like a free to play style of video for today. So I won't be using any more crazy mythicals or anything like that. All right then, so we can see that this is the type of teams that we got in Gold 5. There's some crazy teams here, but there's nothing like crazy. We'll give him like a fair share bash as well. So we're actually gonna try something like this, and we're just kind of gonna go throw them in together. So we're going to use free to play champions around them. They're not free to play, but it's nice to use free to play champions around them because it's gonna. I do think that they could be used on a mid game account, but I will just do what we do in today's video. Then we can kind of agree or disagree situation in this. So we'll throw these in. We're going to throw Sigford in here. We got the Song Wong, and then we got the 2 annoying champions. And then we can see what we can do. We are facing a lockout. We will get locked out, which I guess will be the best of the best. So this team is pretty solid. Maybe a little bit too OP for our team. and we might be forced to like hit a bit of a lower tier one because Sigfrid and Marius together with accuracy up is a nightmare for Hal for sure. So we'll see here, we've got the bolster set, so you can see what we're trying to make him tanky as possible. Obviously you have the UDK in here to protect us. And you can see there, we've got a stun set on Coronog to try and help us. And it's definitely a tough sell still, personally. But it's worth giving it a go. I haven't seen any content creators make a video on it yet. This is the type of content I do enjoy making because you can kind of see the changes, right? So, and see what's what. So we can't really see much right now. We're just getting absolutely battered. So against the top teams, I wouldn't say that this is like a crazy team, but against a top team, they're not going to really offer too much, right? So I think Marius probably would have been a better player in his team as well, to be honest. But it's one of the ones. We always know that these two are a menace to face in the arena. All right, let's have a look then. Can we beat the average speed teams, right? So he's in like a hybrid type of build. This guy is only like level 78. And the whole point of making today's video is just to say that can they be used just to farm like a gold 5 arena? And that's the thing, right? Can they farm a gold 5 arena? So you can see here he has a really bad arbiter, and there isn't really much to play here because his arbiter is actually slower than my Ella, so it's kind of interesting to see. I do have a good build on Sun Wong. You can see there's a cleanse. So yeah, my Melela is about 220 plus speed aura. Okay, cool. So you can see here, what were these three? Kind of a good one of a situation there. We have another team here. We'll face them. It's just against, can we use them in like a go second strategy to kind of against speed teams, right? Like lower tier speed teams. We're not thinking like these insane speed teams, but we're talking about low tier speed teams. We'll try all this, see what's what. You could try build with some resistance, I guess, into them. My Melela is actually booked, so it's one of their ones. Can we CC them enough? Can we CC them enough? Now, I don't actually have any ones, so I'm not too sure what's going on with the retargeting because there's no Encore in here. And let's see. Okay, someone coming in, nuke some. That's pretty nice. Okay, we've got Lazarus here as well. No, my Songwon is not in the craziest of gear, right? He's in a 9-piece Merciless. I ain't even sure if he's built, but he should be in a 9-piece Merciless, about 260 speed. Which the 9-piece Merciless is insane. I agree, but he's a very OP champion, so he is a good champion with like UDK to put in like go second comps type of situations because he self revives. It's like super solid. You see here we are landed some stuns with the Coronox A1. He's doing some work. He has got 100% critical rate because I do want him to do like a tiny bit of damage just to help out with support. And then you can see that we just want him to do some CC as well. We just want him to be annoying and stay alive, right? So that's why we kind of see the bolster set in here. You can see the stone skin. We stack them together to try and build like a really solid go second type of strategy. And I think this is something that you can generally use in 3 vs 3 as well. Again, I wouldn't say it's the craziest of teams. We have a full Orc team versus Lockout here. So this guy is pretty crazy. He hits really hard. So we'll try this as well. Great champion unity. One of the best champion unities. I think he's underrated, to be honest. Wouldn't mind pulling him myself. He's absolutely a menace to face. So we're locked out now, right? So we're locked out. We're facing a Lockout champion this time. So they have more chance to win this, for sure. You can see the champion unity just absolutely just went straight through the whole thing, right? So you can see that champion unities are very powerful in this game because he just blitzed through this, and there isn't like crazy stats, but we haven't really got masteries in them because again, I don't feel like they're type of champions that I would want to invest everything into them. These two, but I feel like they could have something there. Okay, cool. We've been beaten there, so it's just waste. We could just wait for someone just to come back and revive. Bomb champion should kill us. Should. Actually, we probably would survive this because of Carnage. Because of the Songwong. No, we shouldn't survive it because it got increased accuracy. Gizmak. Then we'll go second team. Okay, so we've got Marius here. Marius should be able to cut through us like butter, but we'll see. Can we be annoying? Can we make some of it work? Can't we not make some of it work? Let's see what we can do. You can see here I've got no controls, right? Like I'm not taking any control on them or anything like that. I'm just letting it play out the way that it should be played. Fabian's probably a good counter to them as well, actually. You can see there we can take a smack to the Marius with this. I guess it's Marius with no blessing, really. So it's kind of worth pointing out. Just face Carnage, but there's no debuffs on us. But against champions like Carnage, it could do some damage. Just wish we had a bit more here. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Well, we win because of the Songwong. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think like if you're an in-game player, I don't think you're going to get much use out of them. Unfortunately, if you wanted some fun, I think there could be a fun fun team. I feel like overall there isn't much you can really kind of do with them. We're not booked though. Like Coronark is booked, but Myela's not booked. Maybe Myela just needs like a bit of a rework. Anyway, let me show you the builds in today's video. I just wanted to kind of make my mind up on. I wanted to test them myself as well for my level, right? So my UDK is in 6-piece stone skin, double reaction, which is the way that UDK should be built in my opinion. Good survivability here, slow as possible as meat shield, good resistance as well. We'll work on a resistance because you do want 900 in total, so I get more resistance there if I wanted. And you want more HP than defense. For the relic, I've gone with Aspect of Siroth and a couple of the gemstones to help as well. Polymorph, which I guess should be Lightning Cage these days because of Embrus. And then these are the masteries as well. Then for the Songwong, we have a 9-piece Merciless set again. He has good attack, good speed, and then good critical damage. And that's about the 3 stats that focus spell. If you don't have Merciless, then try 6-piece Merciless or Savage. Savage Instinct or Lethal. Then for Relic, we're just using Melithic Tank. Cat Gaze is a lot better. For Blessing, I've gone with Life Harvest just to give me a bit of extra turn meter and destroy some of their HP. And then for Masteries, this is what we're running here. He self-revives a lot, so he can be ran with very good survivability champions, and he can revive a lot, right? So we don't have to worry about reviving him. That's why he has such good synergy with the UDK, because UDK sits like a meat shield, and this is why I kind of like the idea of running using these two. Then with Koronog, we actually got him in a 4-piece stun set, which will give me a chance to stun of 18%. And then we have a 4-piece stone skin as well. For the stats, we focused on 100% critical rate, just to pump in a bit of damage. Accuracy at 400. You want to get this at 500 if you can. And then focus on survivability and whatever critical damage you can get, take it with that. There's no blessing, which is great because you can kind of see what you can do. No relic, which you can kind of see as well. He is booked. And no masteries. So you can definitely make him stronger if you wanted to. Then we have Murder Inc. Murder Inc. is an old school content creator. Then the only three stats I focus on for her was speed, defense, and HP. She's in the bolster set, mainly just because I want her to kind of soak up damage and just offer some healing and support. For Relic, I would probably go Aspect of Seraph on both of them or one submissive. And you can see here there is a book, so you could definitely make her heal a bit more. I do like the idea of her going first in the team, so she could put this on. I do feel like she does need another buff. She was recently buffed recently. So the couple of things that I would do is I would give her a AoE cleanse here as well, and reduce this down to books for a 3 turn or a 2 turn, so she's like a healing and shield machine. Here I would make this a AoE leech and reduce the books down all the way down to, again, is this on 3 turn when booked, but I would give this take away 4 books and make it as a 2. And then I'd actually give her a AoE revive as well, and then just give the revive on this as well on a 2 turn cooldown on the A1. And then here, this would be perfectly fine to keep, but the books do need to reduce. I would get rid of the books here as well. And then masteries, I'd probably just go tanky bulwark masteries if you was to put anything into her. But you just kind of see that it wasn't super awful, but it wasn't super amazing. I think we all kind of knew that, but it's kind of nice to do some testing anyway and kind of see on what value that they can add to your accounts. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything that I missed in today's video, or if there's anything you would have done differently. I'm still a fairly new content creator, so I'm always learning. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Would you consider building these yourself as your own account, or are you still a Vault Guardian as well? As usual, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.